Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and I'm here with Brownells Daily Defense to talk to you about must-have EDC gear. So what are we talking about? Really, what we're talking about is a three-part system. That three-part system is going to consist of the firearm, the holster, and the belt. Now, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to create a system that will create a level of comfort that then will give you the confidence to want to carry frequently. And that's not as easy as it sounds. There are some tricks that we want to take into consideration, but for the most part, when it comes to choosing your firearm, you're going to have to put some thought into that. My recommendation is to define the mission. Once you've defined the mission, it's going to streamline your choices, making it a little bit easier. From there, you need to start thinking about the holster. And what I tell people is that you're probably going to find a collection of holsters that just didn't work for you. And that's okay. It's about finding what works for you. So realize that you might not get it right out of that first package, and be okay with that. But you also need to think about, you need probably one or two different types of holsters. Not just a single holster that's going to fit just this one specific requirement, but you're going to probably need to have a couple holsters that can fulfill various scenarios. The belt is probably the most important part as far as fusing all of this together. And you want to make sure that you choose a belt that can handle the load. You're going to be carrying some weight, and the more supportive that belt is, the more comfortable you're going to be. And what we're trying to do with the comfort is just to create that level of confidence that you can go out into the real world and carry confidently. One of the things that I tell people to avoid is, when it comes to the supporting gear, if you choose a niche firearm, one of those firearms that's kind of on the fringes there, the problem that you're going to run into is that you're probably not going to find a lot of supporting gear. And the reason being is that holster manufacturers, belt manufacturers, all the supporting gear manufacturers are going to focus on what is selling. And if it's fringe, it's probably not selling that well, and they're going to focus on what is. So do yourself a favor, stay kind of within the norm. That's going to help you out in the long run, particularly as you're starting this out. You don't want to make the mistake early on and then realize, oh gosh, I got a lot of extra work to do. But what we're trying to get to is ultimately just making your lifestyle fit within the carry world, if you will. The biggest mistake that I see is when somebody tells you that you have to dress around the gun. If you don't dress around the gun, it's going to be awkward and uncomfortable and all this other business. And the reality is that if you're not comfortable in your own skin, your own lifestyle, whatever you do with the gun is not going to be comfortable either. So start with that. If you're comfortable within your lifestyle, you're going to be comfortable with what you're wearing. All right. Now, what we're talking about right now is on-body carry. We're also going to be talking about off-body carry and the various options that you can choose to support carrying a firearm in general. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them down below. Until then, I'm Jeff Gonzalez. Take care and stay safe.